Hello, my name is Fernando Saralegui and welcome to my kitchen. I want to thank CasaCuba for inviting me into your kitchen to cook some simple Cuban classics. Tonight we're going to cook Cuban black bean soup, about as simple as the Cuban kitchen gets. There are about as many variations as there are abuelas, and of course there's Nitza Villapol, who is the Julia Child of Cuba. But today we're going to cook my version. Super simple, but even I change it over and over again. Let's see what you think. Here's the star, belle of the ball, black beans, and what we want to do is sift them and take out any stones, or I don't like taking the half beans either. I think good. So we take our beans, put them in colander in the sink, rinse them with water, and then we'll just put them in the bowl and fill above the bean line so the beans can soak overnight in the refrigerator. Okay, we're going to take these and put them in the fridge and let them soak overnight. And while we're here, this is my mom in Cuba with my brothers. Me, my sisters and brothers, and my mom again with my kids. It's all about family in our family. To state the obvious, this is garlic. I can't think of many Cuban recipes that don't include it. A lot of people think Cuban food, because it's Latino, is spicy, but it's not. It's all about garlic, and we're going to see garlic over and over again. Now we take some of those cloves, interestingly enough, in Spanish called dientes, as in teeth, and we're going to chop them up. I have a very simple rule about garlic, and it has to do with dating. If garlic is out of the question, then we're not dating. After chopping my garlic, I always muddle it in a mortar and pestle to get the oils out of the garlic itself. See that shine? That's the oil, that's flavor. This mortar and pestle was given to me by my mom, so I always think of her in the garlic phase of any recipe. Okay, that sounded weird. I grew up with my mother using bell peppers in her black bean soup. I use poblanos. They're less expensive and taste earthier, which I think suits the black beans. I mentioned this to my mom, and she let me know that there was a pepper in Cuba that she used similar to the poblano called the Cubanelle. But bells is all she could find in American supermarkets when she arrived here from Cuba. As soon as I start roasting, the aroma always reminds me of my mother's kitchen and my grandmother's kitchen, and it truly is a Cuban smell to me. Be careful working these peppers over the fire. Maybe tongs is a better idea. While they're still hot, throw them in a brown paper bag, close it up, and put it aside. The steam itself will help lift the skins off the peppers. After about 20 or 30 minutes, take them to a sink and you'll see the skin peels right off. Then use the water to help clean off all the rest of the char as you go through all the peppers. Next, you have to remove the core of the pepper, the seeds, and all the sinew out of each pepper. That'll give you some nice clean flesh that we'll slice up in a minute. We're going to cut them one way, lengthwise, and then we're going to turn it around and dice them up. Do that to the whole batch. And now your peppers are ready for your black bean soup. Normally, I work at my friend's restaurant, Wink, here in Austin, but we're closed. And I'm one of 7 kids, and I'm Cuban, so self-isolating is just not my thing. These videos are my way to share my love of heritage, cooking, and a chance to socialize. And now we'll get started on actually making the soup. We'll start with a big glug of olive oil, and then 1 whole Spanish onion diced, followed by our lovingly mushed garlic, and then our poblano peppers. Let all that stir for a while and until the onions are transparent. Let me take some of this saute time and introduce you to my father, second from the left. There he is enjoying a drink with his friends at his father, my grandfather's house in Havana, Cuba. Grab our soaking beans out of the refrigerator and add them to our saute, soaking liquid and all. That's a lot of flavor and a lot of love we want to keep in this soup. Now let's let the soup simmer. So the soup's been simmering for about an hour, and now this is time when I adjust flavors. For starters, you definitely need some salt. And a little more. I also like to adjust a little more oregano and cumin. And here I also like to add another squirt of olive oil and red wine vinegar. I'm introducing that for the first time. We will also use it as a garnish when we're finished. And that is just about it. We need to check in on the soup every once in a while to make sure the liquid doesn't get too low, and if it does, just add water. Well, it's starting to smell a lot like home around here, so it must be time to plate. Now we'll add some Uncle Ben's white rice. Yes, that was a huge favorite in Cuba. In our family, we dress our black bean soup as if it were a salad. A little red wine vinegar and a little extra virgin olive oil. Then, of course, we add a little bit of Cuba's lifeblood, Bacardi Plata, or Bacardi Silver. Nice little touch that brings the whole dish together. Let's see what you think. We're going to give it a taste. A little bit of salt and pepper to taste, and we're ready to go. Kind of hot. That's very, very good. Tell me what you think. Okay, I'm going to try a little Spanish here. Until next time. Disfruta la comida, la vida y la familia. Hasta la próxima. Un abrazo fuerte. Cuídense.